Hi guys! Long time no see. It is time to hit the reset button. Now, it's been over a year since I've posted my last long-form video, and my short-form videos over the past year on, both main video platforms have been met with varying degrees of success. And the story of my life for the past 4 years has been a constant jumble of work getting in the way, or life getting in the way, or just being too busy or overwhelmed or what have you to actually consistently post on either YouTube or TikTok. And I want to make it a goal again. I think since June of 2022, my posting schedule has been disorganized at best and a constant jumble of making plans, postponing, and eventually maybe even never posting them. And I mean, this even started in 2020. I had a good 2 years of consistent posting until COVID hit, and then I always was just a little bit too ambitious for my own good, and then I was behind on things, behind on what I wanted to post, and got overwhelmed by that, and it was just a constant cycle. So I am just hitting the reset button. I'm gonna archive all my unfinished videos. I have a lot of them filmed, written, in various stages, anywhere from brainstorm to halfway edited and never posted. I'm just gonna archive everything and reset. And the best way I know how to reset is by reorganizing my YouTube set. I used to call it a YouTube set, but now I post a lot more on TikTok too. So my filming studio / workroom, I'm reorganizing it, and this is a great start to this new era, and I hope you can follow along and hang out with me, and I am going to stick to my schedule. Speaking of the schedule, I am going to prioritize quality over quantity in the future, and quality long form stuff, but stuff that can be presented both as a long form and a short form video, and I'll try to make 2 versions so that I can try to optimize multiple different platforms. So my plan for now, and it may change if I'm able to get a handle on it, I want to start small. My plan is to focus on just 1 video per week. This was my original schedule when I started in December of 2018. It has been 5.5 years that I have been doing this, and the past year I've posted 1 video that was quality long form, and quality being still a little bit ambiguous term there, long form content in the past year. But I'm going back to the basic, what I started with, and really just focusing on 1 thing at a time, 1 video per week, or I'll probably do 2 videos per week, but of the same video topic, if that makes sense. So a longer one and a shorter one, so I can post it in multiple different ways. And if, as I'm going along, I want my 1 video a week to be something I draw out of my archives from my lost videos, then so be it. But many of those lost videos are just gonna be gone. Maybe I'll post them someday if I ever have supporters beyond just, followers and subscribers, a Patreon or something, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyway, I should stop rambling and start getting going with reorganizing my studio. So here's the plans. I'm gonna pick you up a little bit. So you can go back and watch the video from when I originally set this up when I moved into this house about 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, it would have been April or May of 2022. My bookcase has become a little bit more disorganized since then. I've adjusted things, I've got new things and whatnot, and I want to redo it. But also, I want to do a lot more creative stuff, a lot more cosplay, decorations, and DIY things. I know a lot of people originally came to my YouTube channel from my DIY light up wand video. I want to get back to doing more of that stuff, but part of the reason why I have such a hard time doing that, except for my 1 Halloween costume a year, is because this room is so disorganized. So I've got new bookshelves. You can see right here that I've got 2 tall ones and a short one. I've got 2 new tall ones, so 1, 2, and then I'm going to move this short one elsewhere, and I'm going to have an entire bookcase just dedicated to craft supplies. Then these middle 2 are going to focus on my fandoms and what I want my backdrop of my videos to typically be when they're talk at the camera type of videos. And then this last bookshelf over here is my books. So just a typical bookshelf, but with a few decorations here and there. So it's not going to be a whole lot different, aside from I'm going to have more space and more organization for my craft supplies. So I'm excited for that. But, you know, the next step is to build those bookshelves. So I totally forgot to record the first 75% of building the first bookshelf, but this is us just putting the backing on it. And we got that in place, but this is where I started kind of doubting myself for a second, because I saw the color of the new bookshelf next to the old one, and I was like, should I move the new ones to be in the middle so that the two that are in the best view behind me are the same color? But then I just decided to stick with it. So the next part, we had to move the old short shelf out of the way, take everything off that, and take this stuff off the wall down to get room for this one. And then I actually remembered to record the entirety of building this bookshelf. I think it ended up being a lot longer than I expected, even at, this is 100 times speed. Yeah, there we are, building the bookshelf, me and Erin. Okay, so we've got it up, vacuuming and then getting it in place and putting the shelves on, and then the next step was just to take everything off the shelves. I was trying to sort them by fandom so I could get a good idea of what I had and what shelves they would go on. So here's a quick look at all of my stuff that could potentially go back on my shelves, but I'm not putting it all back on. For sure. I'm wanting to make it more quality over quantity. Like that's my theme right now. Jasper, stop eating that. It's a fake plant. One sec. So here's what we've got. I put all of my Harry Potter stuff over here, and then I've got Marvel right here, and Grishaverse, which is only recently that I've actually gotten a bunch of that stuff. And I've also, you might have seen, I took some of the book series off the shelf. I think that was mostly just the Grishaverse books right here. I took those off the shelf because I want to include the books. Jasper, seriously? I can't close my door right now, so I'm gonna have to hide that plant. It's a fake plant. He keeps eating. He ran away as soon as I moved the camera. But I want to include the book. I want to include books with my decorations and stuff. So I do have a decent amount of stuff that I know for sure I am not putting back on the shelves. Some of it is because I have plans to put it somewhere else in the house, and some of it's just like random crap that ended up on it for not super intentional reasons. But then there's just a lot of stuff down here too that I'm probably, a lot of this isn't going to end up back on the shelves. Some of these trinkets, probably not. But I'm going to see what I have space for and what looks good before for sure. All this stuff over here is like miscellaneous. I have a couple of Star Wars things, some Disney stuff, and Doctor Who, Mario, but it's really not that much. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on putting things back on the shelves after I wipe them down real quick, and we'll see where it goes from there. I did draw up some basic plans. You can see this entire shelf is Harry Potter, and this is other fandoms. I might switch those, but this is like a general idea of what I'm going for. We'll see. I'm gonna start with all my Marvel Funko Pops because I don't know if they're gonna fit on this new shelf that's narrower. We'll see. I'm gonna decide if I like that. I do like having the extra space for Marvel up there though, so I'm sticking with this shelf. TBD if I like that. Jasper, stop. Okay. I don't know if all my Harry Potter books are gonna fit. I want the books to fit, because I'm not putting the books anywhere else. I'll come back to it. Grishaverse. Yeah, no. I didn't record this, but I fixed these bottom shelves. Lesser known fandoms, Lockwood & Co., Hexahall, and then Tinkerbell, and a little bit of Star Wars. It's just mail order, just a little bit. Oh, and I almost forgot. Mjolnir. I don't know if you can see that. Mjolnir. Okay, I think I am officially done. I'm gonna actually go around and give you a beautiful tour of my new YouTube set slash filming studio slash backdrop for YouTube and TikTok. So, whew, I'm tired. It's past midnight and I've been working on this for a week. Technically. Okay, so first of all, I did decide to do the Harry Potter on this side. I think I'm gonna flip my camera. Yeah, so first of all, I did decide to do the Harry Potter on this side. I think it matched a lot better because I have all of these Harry Potter games and puzzles and Lego stuff, and there's a couple of Star Wars and Marvel Lego stuff up there too, but it's mostly Harry Potter, and so having Harry Potter on that side just made a lot more sense. And it took me forever to figure out how to get this looking good. And finally, I had the idea to put the second shelf just a couple notches above the other one to have the wands up there and then the wand boxes down there to make it look like Ollivanders, and I think that looks awesome. I also have the Deluminator, and I have this little chess piece queen from a subscription box that I got once, and then that is the main set of Harry Potter books, and this is a marble maze in shaped like the prophecy. Then going down, this is technically my Fantastic Beasts shelf. So I've got the Fantastic Beasts screenplays. I really wanted to have Ariana on display and was gonna have her up there, but there just wasn't room. And it works out though because it kind of goes along with Secrets of Dumbledore, right? And then I've got Newt's case, and it's got his scarf, the Niffler, and I added an owl, just, might as well, and this cat that I like to pretend is Crookshanks, but also it works out with Newt's case because it could be just any old Measle as well, rather than Crookshanks, the half cat, half Measle. And then down here we've got more of my books, so it's the Harry Potter. Wow, I hope you can't hear my washer that loud in the background. So the Harry Potter Illustrated Edition and the Mina Lima, I only have the first one for that. And then this Funko of McGonagall in Hogwarts. And then just the rest of any of my books. I have a lot of poster books. Let's see. I have an extra copy of the 6th book. I have some cookbooks. I have some journals, origami, movie magic, and poster books. And then at the bottom, this was the other problem. I was trying to do all of this stuff on one shelf, and it was not working, and I didn't think I had room for those books, but I did once I split it out and put my Lego Hogwarts Express and just a couple more of those odds and ends books right there. I also, while I was at it, I'll get to the other side in a second, I did reorganize my actual bookshelf, and originally I had it just everything by author last name, but I ended up taking out all of these series. I wanted to kind of have all of these series on their own shelf instead of in with the rest of the books. And then I also sorted out some books that I have never read, never intend to read. I don't really know how I ended up with them, so some of those books ended up down there. So this is all books that I remember reading, whether it was in elementary, junior high, high school, or college, and enjoyed or, didn't hate at least. Except for this top corner is kind of a stack of my TBR. It's not my actual TBR, but these are all books that I either got myself or got as gifts and intended to read but never read. A couple of them, the ones vertical, I started at some point but didn't get very far, ran out of time, or just didn't have time for it. I ended up not finishing them, basically. And by the time I would get around to it, I'd have to restart anyway. A couple of those, Dune and Mistborn, are not even my copies. I'm borrowing them, so I should probably read those soon. But anyway, that's my bookshelf, and it looks pretty nice. I really like the fact that I've got these series on their own shelf. Okay, hopping over, I've got my Marvel, and I ended up having way more Marvel than I thought. I had an entire bookshelf worth of Harry Potter. I swear I could have done the same thing with my Marvel, but instead I put some of it on top. So first of all, I've got these Funkos. Most of the Funko Pops I got for free, using like Disney movie rewards. And so that's how this Wong one, I got for free. I think I actually bought the Scarlet Witch one because I like Wanda. And I've got like this special edition of WandaVision. Athena and Icarus, I got those ones for free. Spider-Man and MJ, I think actually my husband bought. The Spider-Man one's actually technically my husband's, I think. Shang-Chi and Katie, I got both of those for free. And then up here, I think maybe I got Captain Marvel for free, but then I wanted to complete the set and get Miss Marvel and Photon, which I bought. So I guess like half and half. Some of them are bought and some of them I got for free. But I like how I kind of organized them with some depth. And then up top, I've specifically got that's the Marvels with the Flurkin. I have a bunch of little lithographs in that binder for almost all of like the past few years worth of Marvel stuff. I could choose any of them, but I like having the Flurkin there to match with the Marvels. And then of course the official timeline book. And then up higher, I have a couple more. These were, one was gifted and one was for free. There's the Shuri and the Sunbird and Thor and the Mighty Thor. And then I've got my Loki clock. Originally I was thinking about moving it, but this ended up being just amazing. I love how it looks right there. I've got the Loki clock. It just looks so good against the white background that I didn't want to end up moving it. And these are the two little headpieces that I made myself, one for the Scarlet Witch and one for Lady Loki. And then of course, Lego Mjolnir. Going down to the next shelf, here is my Grishaverse shelf, and this is one of the biggest reasons why I really wanted to redo my shelves anyway, is because I didn't have any Grishaverse stuff on my background. And this is one of my big fandoms now. It's one of my newer fandoms, but it's one of my big ones. So I've got all of just like the normal copies of the books, and then I've got a bunch of things that I got from this Owl Crate box back in like, was it December or January? So there's like a little tea mug. There's this Ravka passport. It's technically a wallet, but it just looks so nice. These little medallions that I've got hanging above the Shadow and Bone trilogy, and these gorgeous pins of Alina the Darkling and Mal. And I just love how good that shelf turned out. It looks so good. Going down a little bit to my lesser known fandoms shelf, and I don't have any merch for either of these. At some point, I do want to get something Lockwood & Co. I feel like that would definitely be a little bit trickier to find anything for this shelf, but I wanted to make it look good, and I did want to have some, especially Lockwood & Co. on display, because that's kind of my big fandom right now. I just got into it. I just finished the last book like less than a week ago, and I'm kind of obsessed right now. So I just displayed them nice to be able to see the books. And then since there was some extra room, and I was also reorganizing my bookshelf, I decided to include the Hex Hall series, which is very much a lesser known fandom. I don't know of any like fan spaces for those books, but that series is one of my like comfort books that I've read all of them a bunch of times and go back to them. And the other thing is too that I'm writing like a fanfic continuation of School Spirits, which is the 4th book. That didn't feel complete to me, so I'm writing that. So this is also kind of my fandoms that I'm into enough right now that I am writing fanfic on them, because I'm also starting a Lockwood & Co. fanfic as well. Then my last shelf, because this whole shelf is empty, it's all gonna be like crafting and art supplies. My last shelf is just a little bit of Tinkerbell and Mandalorian. I don't have very much Star Wars stuff, but it is one of my big fandoms, so I wanted to rep a little bit, and so I've just got this cute little Grogu plushie and the fancy edition of The Mandalorian on DVD. And then I've got some Tinkerbell stuff, which Tinkerbell's like my favorite Disney character, so I gotta rep her sometimes. And I kind of forgot that I had a whole bunch of stuff. I initially didn't have any plans for this shelf, and lo and behold, I was like, oh, this is perfect. So, worked out pretty well. Anyway, let me scooch back to just get one more final glance. Zoom out. This is my new film studio background, but I don't know what to call it. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys this. This is the pile of stuff that was on the shelves, and I have another home planned for it, or it's gonna have to end up going in a box somewhere. So sorry guys, you didn't make the cut. And I'm also gonna have to take care of all of this crap that's ended up in the hall. Yeah. Do you think that shelf's enough? Anyway, there we have it. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. I love it. Okay, but that's it for my video today. If you stayed around this long, thank you so much for watching. Based on how long I just rambled about all of the shelves and what's on them, I am guessing this was a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, definitely give me a like and subscribe. I am planning on posting more consistently, at least once a week. From now on, the plan is posting on Sundays. I'm hopefully going to be able to have time to work on things throughout the week and then schedule to post about the same time every Sunday. Or actually I might do Monday. I'll have to look at analytics. I do very well think that I might not be posting this till Monday anyway, so oops. But I believe that is it. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. I just said that, and check out some more of my videos. Up top, I will link to one of my older YouTube set reorganization videos, probably the one from when I moved into this house that I'm currently in a bit more than 2 years ago. You can see the differences and what changed and whatnot, I guess. And then also there will be a playlist. I don't know what I'm putting right there, but there will be a playlist over there that you can check out as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!